Hi, we're just in the process of starting week 2 in IFSM 201. I want to talk a little bit about the overall structure of the course at this point, and in particular focus a little bit more on OLI, which we start this week. There are two major topics we cover in the course. One relates to getting you more familiar with and perhaps teaching you some additional techniques and tricks associated with Microsoft Office applications. We already had Excel in week 1, and starting over the next 3 weeks, Word, and then we'll also cover PowerPoint, and which is a presentation piece of software, and Access, which is database software. I'll talk about the Word application in a separate video. The second topic we cover is Introduction to Computers and Technology. We do that in 2 parts. One part is within this main area called Leo, which is where most of the material within UMUC is kept. We have discussion topics. The first week we talked about a bunch of new technologies. The second week we talk about ergonomics. And then in future weeks we'll cover a number of other different topics. And the other material associated with computer components is contained within OLI. OLI excuse me, is an infrastructure associated with Carnegie Mellon. We've developed a lot of material with them in partnership with Carnegie Mellon. The material within OLI is organized into units and modules. Units are a broad topic area, and then within each unit there are usually a small number of modules. Each module will have a quiz, and there'll often be a final quiz for the entire unit. Within the modules, there are 2 exercises that are ungraded, but we found students who take them do better in the quizzes. One is learn by doing, and the other is did I get this? And these are examples, provide you additional information and allow you to know whether you're starting to understand the material. Again, these are ungraded, but we have found there's a very, very strong correlation between students doing each of those materials and then how they do in the quizzes. One thing about the quiz grades, the faculty in 201 have to copy over the quiz results from OLI into Leo. And in addition, there's a flag that has to be set that can only be set at the end, at the due date. So don't assume that just because the score doesn't immediately show up in your grade book that it hasn't been recorded. It has been recorded, and I will send you a note when it's I've done the copying and I've set the flag. If you have any questions about signing on to OLI or have any problems with doing so, check with IT support first, or send me an email and ask about that. And if you have any questions you need answered, again, please feel free to ask me.